one, your strengths and weaknesses. Two, you have to accept your role, and you also, have to understand your role and how important your role plays in order for the success of that team and accomplishing your goal. So have to have role players. You got your stars that are kind of going to carry the team or carry the organization or carry the company, but you got some key and important role models, of which folks that are contributors that help contribute to the success of the team, of the company, or of the a business or whatever you're trying to accomplish. I hope I answered
it. I know you did answer it, and you gave us some more words of wisdom. So I hope, scholars, did we hear what Coach Wilson just said? Yeah. That was a little bit weak for me. Did y'all hear what Coach Wilson just said? Yeah. All right, because I know y'all just watched that documentary, and he wasn't like, did you hear what I just said? He was like, did you hear what I said? And what did you say? Yeah. All right, now that's
I felt it, Chrissy. I felt it.
It's all love in here. All love. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass it now to stay here still? Yeah. Okay, I got you. So we do have students who have questions for you, Coach Wilson. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and have the kids just I'll tell you their questions, and if you can't, just answer, and if not, just let us know, okay?
I'll do my best.
Try the best. All right, Manny, come on.
3-Point, let's give it up for Manny.
Come on, Manny! I don't forget, say name, grade, school, question. All right, hi, how are you?
Hey, Manny. Yep. Magic Manny, Money Manny, or just Manny?
Anything you want to call me.
Oh, no, don't say that, man. Boy, right. you get yourself
Manny.
In trouble.
Money Manny.
There you go, because you're on the money, man.
My name is Manny. I go to Roxbury Prep in Mission Hill. I'm 13, and my question is, what was the hardest thing about being a coach?
Manny, the hardest thing about being a coach, a coach should be a teacher. A coach should be a preacher. A coach should be a surrogate mother or father, because there are so many young ladies and young men that are unfortunate that don't have a good, strong home background and good, positive role models and mentors. So I see coaches, we all want to win. I mean, you don't take a test to fail, man. You don't run a race to lose, and you sure as heck don't play a game to lose or come in last, okay? And as I mentioned earlier, the role playing of all the members of the team is what it takes to be successful to win. But I see myself as giving my players tough love. At the time, I'm sure they said some things that we can't, of course, say over the Zoom because they're inappropriate. But as they got older and wiser and they saw that we had success, they realized that the things I made them do, work hard, work together, listen, be disciplined, be on time, grind, sacrifice, all those things that they had to do. It ain't about me, it's about we. And as we all succeed and achieve and win, everybody wins, okay? This ain't a one-team sport thing here, like tennis or swimming or track. So a surrogate father, a mentor to many, like radio, he and I still have a close relationship, even though you saw at the end of the movie, it got kind of ugly because we're both passionate people. We both wanted to win, but sometimes in life you don't win. And so how do you handle not winning? How do you handle getting a setback? How do you handle losing? How do you handle, rejection? And so that's all part, and you heard me say a microcosm of life. That's a big word. But that means that life has many ways of shaping you, challenging you, making you a stronger young man, young lady to deal with other obstacles and setbacks. I know what sports has done for me. I know what sports has done for many of my former athletes. But I'm gonna say, Manny, I gotta be honest with you. A lot of young men and young ladies that I coach, because I coached girls softball, okay, too, loved it. They didn't listen. They got caught up. And unfortunately, I've been to too many funerals. And unfortunately, I've been to prison to see some of my not me, but to see couple of my former players that made bad decisions in their lives. Okay, so they still reach out to me. Most of them, they still rely on me, giving them positive advice and tough love and telling them things that they may want to hear, that they need to hear. And that's what people that love you, Manny, and scholars, they're going to make you do the right thing. If you got teachers and coaches that let you be late, come high, be selfish, disrespectful, sleep in class, play with your phone, then those aren't good teachers and coaches. A good teacher, coach, or parent is someone that's going to make you do the right thing so you can be successful. And you may not like it at the time, but when you get older and wiser, you realize why your mom or your dad or your coach or your teacher or Chrissy or Coach Pritchett, okay, or Mitchell, all them people there that are there for you, why they're making you be on point. Sorry to be so long with that answer.
Thank you.
Did I answer it, Manny?
Yes, you did.
He said, yes, you did. And honestly, what a beautiful way, just telling them the truth and being real with them. Because honestly, like you said in the documentary, you're a coach, you're a therapist, you're a counselor, you're a nurse, you're everything in between. In order to be a coach is tough, but you're still there for your students. So, and your team, your student athletes, I should say. So we appreciate you on that, Coach Wilson. So let's give Manny a round of applause for taking the first step. All right, now I'm going to pass it to the next amazing scholar, Nehemiah. So let's give a round of applause to Nehemiah. Come on. Oh, Nehemiah. Oh, let's.
All right.
Good morning, Nehemiah.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
All right. I'm gonna just introduce myself. My name is Nehemiah. I'm
Nehemiah what?
Nehemiah Dunn. I'm 13 and I go to New Mission in Hyde Park. I'm not sure if you know.
Yeah, no, they're tough, man. They tough. They again, me and Raheem, we won a lot of games and kicked a lot of butt. But now you have the changing of the guard, and New Mission is definitely one of the best teams in the city, them and Tech Boston. And we're down right now, but we'll be back. But no, and it's a good school, by the way, not just a sports school, but it's also a good academic school, and that's important.
Yeah. My question, I actually wrote down a question for Raheem. I'm not sure if he's here, but I'll just ask you a question. What was so important to you, like for coaching the students, coaching your players? What was so important to you? What made coaching them so special?
Well, I think if you're a real true coach to the profession, you're true to coaching. It's about touching young men and young ladies' lives, Nehemiah. In other words, I said earlier, it's about winning. You want to beat New Mission. You want to beat O'Brien. You want to beat, whatever Tech Boston or Eastie or Latin Academy, whatever the teams you're playing. And even, we play in outside tournaments and stuff like that. But that's what competition is all about. Okay. But more importantly, it's about touching young people's lives, teaching them life skills. When you leave, like what you're doing now, you and the scholars there at the program, you guys are doing something very, very important. Instead of you all sleeping and being home, playing PlayStation, Xbox, or just eating or chilling, okay? You guys are in a very positive program, doing positive things. I teach my kids about empowering yourself. What do you mean, coach, by empowering yourself? Well, if you get an education or if you learn a skill, okay, whether it's cooking or whether it's working with your hands, and some folks are into computers and stuff. I can't even spell computer, okay? But whatever it is that it's about you empowering yourself. So I try to teach my kids sometimes, here, coach, what is having good credit got to do with basketball? What does owning a home or owning a condo or land have to do with basketball? Coach, what is man helping around the house and cleaning up your room and doing dishes or taking out the trash got to do? I said, because dude, Your family's like a team. Everybody needs to pitch in. I says, and everybody needs to play a role. See, I'm playing back on that word role playing again. Okay. And I just teach my young men and young ladies, you got to be what? Strong. You got to contribute to the family, contribute to the church, contribute to the neighborhood, contribute to that program, the 3-Point program that you're in. Okay. Be a contributor. Okay. You get out of life what you put in. Okay. And you do good things, you get good things. You do nothing, you get nothing. Okay. And so touching young people's lives, teaching them how to be strong, respectful, responsible, young men and young ladies that can be contributors to the community, to society, and live a very, shall I say, flourishing, successful life. Did I get it, Nehemiah?
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Good luck, man.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give a round of applause to Nehemiah and Coach Wilson.
Yes.
I want to make sure we can hear you, but we're still figuring out the sound and how we're gonna move with the sound, but they can hear you, so that's not a problem. But I'm here in the background just trying to put everything together, okay?
No,
me and Mr. Mitchell.
Let me just say, you may get an email, a letter, a Snapchat from me, because girl, you got it going on. I like your spirit. I need somebody like you beside me. get these dudes to play defense and rebound and score, you know, but I like your enthusiasm, your spirit, and the kids are lucky to have you. I don't know if you heard that, but.
I said I'm lucky to have them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass it to our next amazing scholar, Yadiel, who's gonna come up and let you know a little bit about him and his question. Let's give a round of applause one more time. Ah, that was better. That was better.
So my name is Jadiel, and
Yeah. Oh, I got you. One second. Your last name too. Let them know your last name.
Yeah, you got to represent that last name, everybody. Okay, you should be proud to have that last name because that's your mommy and daddy's name. So represent.
so basically, my name is Jadiel Martinez, and I go to the Tech Boston Academy, and I'm going to 7th grade. And basically, I got a question for you. And basically, did anything get staged during the documentary?
Okay, ask that again. I didn't kind of catch that.
Was anything staged during like the movie?
Oh, that's a good question. One thing you're going to learn, and that's the thing I love about documentaries, okay, whether Hoop Dreams or, in other words, documentaries are what? Real, authentic. There's no actors, there's no Samuel Jacksons or Will Smiths, okay, or Beyonce's or anybody with a script that's rehearsing, making a lot of money. No, these are real people like you and I that are telling their story, which needs to be told, because what? They have the same stories that you and I have. We all have stories. We all have of course, been and have setbacks or have dealt with tragedies in our life, whether we lost a person in our family or whether, you know, a setback of losing a job or you know, I had kids thrown out the house and unfortunately impregnating their girlfriends and things of that nature. So what happens is, you know, documentaries is no holds barred, no scripts, no phoniness. It's all real. These individuals' real stories, their real crises. As you saw, one of my players, Jakeem Cobb, who I'm very close to, he's close to my son, Tyreek. He's now just in the Carpenters Union. He's a proud father of a son. And he lost his mother at 10 and his father at 12. And imagine losing the two most important people in your life. But he was able, his big sister Tika, she took over the 11 kids, 11 kids, and became the mother and the father. And like, that's unbelievable, but that's a real story. There's so many stories within the story, but documentaries, I love them. You know, I'm sure it kind of was a little slow for y'all in the beginning, and you probably wondering, man, this is boring. This ain't like, say, Star Wars and Planet of the Apes and the Black Panther and whatever kind of exciting movies you know you like. But it's real. It has a message. It hopefully will inspire you guys, because I'm so proud. I don't know, has radio come on yet, Chrissy?
Yes, he is.
Oh, he
I
is.
see him in the building.
Oh, okay. So when you see and hear what radio, where he started and where he is now, and some of his classmates and friends, we all make decisions and go in different paths. And it's about decisions you make. It ain't how you start, it's where you finish. Okay, we all have humble beginnings, and we all kind of, everybody wants to be rich and wealthy, right? And drive a nice car and have a beautiful home, and all that's good. But there's things you have to do for that to take place legally, okay? And I'm so proud of that dude. And he'll be able to kind of, you know, share with you his story, because if he wasn't such a strong, committed young man, he would not be where he is today. And I always talk about him to my players now, and I even have him come in sometimes to speak to them, because they get tired of hearing my mouth. Okay, so you all are going to hear from a young man that I'm so proud of. I love like a son, and he's going to give you guys inspiration. He's going to let you know that you can be the next success story out of Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, JP, West Roxbury. And I hope I leave no neighborhood out. But rep your family, rep your community, rep the 3-Point program, rep your school, rep.
So what are you gonna rep?
Tech Boston Academy.
Yes, all right. Tech Boston in the building, all right.
Yeah, another good school. And I'm gonna tell you, we went back to back and won the city championship in 09 and 10. Man, Tech Boston won it 3 times in a row. They got a great coach, Johnny Williams. They got some very dedicated kids. A couple of them I coached in Pop Warner football, and they're doing well. A couple of them in college are doing very well. And Coach Johnny and Tech Boston is the team to beat. Oh yeah, they got it going on.
So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it for you responding to my question.
And thanks for the question.
Oh, let's give y'all a round of applause, all right? Round of applause. Stay humble, stay hungry, stay focused.
Hey,
all right?
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's where we at. That's where we at. So what I'm gonna do is, I see that Raheem is on. So I am so excited. Hi, Raheem. We missed you.
How you doing? How you doing? Miss you guys as well.
We're doing amazing. The scholars, the 3-Point scholars, and the 3-Point staff and our TAs are really excited to be here with you all today. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna pass it to Coach Pritchard, that's also on the call, to formally introduce Raheem Singleton and Coach Wilson as well, okay?
And he better say hello before I give him 25 push-ups, man.
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Hey, Hema, what's up, man? Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Hey, Raheem, look at your boy with the bed, rocking the bed.
I know, man.
We can't hear you. You're on mute. You're on mute, Claude.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you coming on, both of you. Coach Wilson's been a pillar in this community for a long time. He's helped tons of kids through Madison Park, through his Pop Warner football program, just over the years. And Raheem's like a son to him, and Raheem's like a younger brother to me. I've had the opportunity of coaching him myself. during the summer with AAU, and I'm proud of where he's come from where he's been.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'd like to thank both of them for coming on, and everybody, let's give them a big hand. No, it's okay. So Raheem, tell your story, bro.
Radio. Hello, how you
See Miss
doing?
Erica?
Yeah. I mean, me and a kid grew up in Roxbury, from Academy Homes. Born and raised in Boston. Went to Madison Park High School. And really, locked into basketball. Never really thought too much about college until, getting to Madison and, playing basketball and realizing that I had an opportunity that, basketball could give me a free education just because I knew my mother couldn't afford it. And basketball has taken me, all around the world. Without basketball, I mean, I don't think I would have ever left Boston. Right now I'm in season. That's why I was a little bit late getting on to the Zoom call. This is my 9th year playing pro basketball. I'm actually getting ready to leave here in like 20, 30 minutes. We have a road game, a playoff game of the second round of the playoffs. But I've been playing all over since high school. I played junior college for 2 years. Then I went to the University of Maine. I've played in a number of different countries: Russia, Australia, Canada, Indonesia, Argentina, Hong Kong, and China. So, just been around a lot, but, luckily in high school, I had, great mentors like Coach Wilson, and Coach Pritchard, just to, kind of push me along the way, just kind of keep me in line and, keep me on the right track and out of trouble.
Thank you, Radio. We are so excited that you made it here. I wanna ask you a question because we have an amazing director of academics, Dr. John Arches, right? Dr.
Yeah.
John, let's give Dr. J a round of applause. Come on, Dr. J. One question that I really want to ask you, right? How does your community and your culture influence who you are and how you're seen? Like, how does Boston make you who you are, Radio?
I mean, for me, growing up in Boston, I feel like it's different from everywhere else I've been. You just can, it's hard working. Everybody there is working hard. It's just one of those things that, every day, you dealing with some type of adversity that you wouldn't realize not growing up inside of Boston. I think from the outside looking in, you have different expectations of what you think every place is like. For me, I know I felt like I've been very eye-opening to a lot of people to realizing that, Boston is just as diverse as a lot of other places. I think we don't realize, how much Boston is, how much Boston has changed over the years. So for me, growing up in Boston, just, it's like, you're surrounded by people that get up, go to work every day and, push themselves to new heights. So I just think it was big for me just, learning my work ethic and that grind and understanding that nothing was going to be easy.
Sounds like the 3-point values have guided you in life. Teamwork makes the dream work, making sure you learn from your mistakes. make sure you're staying positive and staying committed to who you are and to your community. So I'm gonna give you a round of applause on that. And radio, I'm just gonna say something off. Radio, didn't I say, when are you gonna come to when are you gonna come speak to the kids? And let's make it happen, and look what happened. You're here telling the kids about who you are and your journey and your story. So I appreciate you for that. So what I'm gonna do is, I also wanna make sure, since we have radio and Coach Wilson on, Coach Wilson, we also wanna make sure we ask you about your journey and how you got to where you are right now. How was your childhood and growing up to become a man? How was that for you as well? You're on mute, Coach?
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. So many of us have similar stories, like Radio was saying, having dealt with it, and whether it be Boston, Chicago, LA, Compton, or Harlem, the struggles and trials and tribulations of growing up in the inner city. And there's so many challenges, so many pitfalls, so many traps for us, hustling and just thinking there's a shortcut to success. But I too was born in Roxbury. I attended, I'm repping Roxbury. I live in Mattapan now. I'm proud to be, when I go away or when I speak in different, venues, I always let them know and be proud of where you're from, young folks, that I'm from Roxbury. And where's Roxbury? I said, Roxbury is the neighborhood in Boston.
You got a round of applause on that, by the way.
Roxbury. Yeah. One of the most historical and famous communities in the country. And a lot of people, they tend not to acknowledge that. But I'm proud to say it, and they always acknowledge it. And just to give you a little quick history lesson, the first Black senator in the United States of America came from Roxbury, Senator Ed Brooke. So I know the educators and scholars there that teach you a lot of different things. So that's just a quick little, tidbit of information, seeing I'm a history teacher, retired history teacher. So born and raised in Roxbury, I attended, of course, the William Lloyd Garrison School, which is now it's the elderly senior citizen home. He was a white abolitionist and was opposed to slavery. They never told me that, even though we asked. Then I attended the Lewis Junior High School on Walnut Avenue. And then I ended up transferring there to going to the Mary Curley in Jamaica Plain on Center Street. Graduated from there, left there, and I ended up going to an all-boys school at the time, Boston English High, which is the oldest public school in America. Boston Latin was the first private, Boston English was the first public. I graduated from there. I went on to Delaware State College, played basketball and ran track. I thought I was gonna be a football player, but they told me I was too skinny. And unfortunately, the most devastating thing in my life, I lost my mom when I was 18 to Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, which you guys probably can identify with the ice challenge. The people you see doing the fundraisers that dump the ice on you. Well, they haven't found a cure. I lost my mom, who to this day I miss her each and every day. And imagine how long ago that was, but was the most important person in my life. But being a strong and hardworking woman, I think that's where I got my work ethic from. And so I lived my life the way she lived her life, a very respectful, spiritual, strong woman. And I thought I was going to be a pro basketball or football player, like so many of you guys. And nothing's wrong, like Radio. Radio had an opportunity to play, for the Maine Red Claws and should have been on the Celtics, but he had a backup plan. And I say to you guys, you got to have a backup plan. So I didn't make it to the NFL or the NBA because the good Lord had a plan for me. He said, I'm going to take your wild looking face and loud mouth and have you work with kids and scare them into doing the right thing. So I accepted God's role for me, and I didn't like teachers. Now here's a retired teacher telling you I didn't like teachers because I had all mean teachers, and I wasn't fortunate to have just one teacher of color. And I had some good white teachers and too many bad white teachers. But I had one good white teacher that told me that, Dennis, you keep getting in trouble. They keep setting you up. You have so much to offer and you have so much that you can be. Stop letting them play you and set you up. So a young man came by my house and asked me if I would coach them on Humboldt Avenue, 13 and under. And I said, I'm not a coach. I don't know how to coach. They said, we can't get in the BNBL if we don't have a coach. You can play. So I said, all right, I'll try it. I was 18 guys, and I've been coaching ever since. I love it. I think that I've made a positive impact on many young men's lives and young ladies' lives. And to this day, I have some invaluable friendships. I've got a lot of sons and daughters. I loved what God had me here and brought me here to do. I will continue to do it until I can't do it no more.
So I appreciate. Let's give Coach Wilson a round of applause. Come on. A little bit louder. A little bit louder.
Hey, Chrissy. Hey,
Yeah.
Chrissy. Yeah. As I told him I didn't like school, I just wanted to add that I went on to get 2 degrees. Okay. I got my master's in education and of course my BS in secondary education. And I was so proud to drive 3.5 hours to see Radio graduate from University of Maine in education. And Radio didn't say it, but I had the honor of teaching him too. So not only coach him, but teach him. And so, hey, it's just a very positive thing. Empower yourself, educate your mind so you don't have to do crime to make a dime.
Yes, wow. Yo, I'm gonna give you a little heart right there too, Coach Wilson.
Oh, hey.
Because you was telling your story, there was a student who was like, hold on. I need to stop. I need to ask him this question, okay? So go ahead.
My name's Aiden. I also go to the Mary.
Aiden what?
Aiden Williams. I also go to the Mary E. Curley School. I'm in 7th grade. I'm also from Roxbury. And
Right on, Mary Curley, yeah.
I wanted to ask, what was your motivation when you wanted to give up? Like when you were a coach, or when you were like playing basketball?
I heard the word motivation, but I didn't really catch the whole question. Just speak a little louder.
What was your motivation when you wanted to give up?
Oh, what was my motivation when I wanted to give up?
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never giving up wasn't, in my vocabulary. Okay, like Radio would tell you, I used to say to those guys, I can, I will, I'll find a way. Just like I live by in Radio, I'm glad to see Radio gain a little tribute to me with the right, stay humble, stay hungry, stay focused. But I got a saying that I live by, and I hope you guys will write this down. I can, I will, I'll find a way. I can, I will, I'll find a way. Because when you're going through those tough times, young folks, you're gonna wanna think about quitting, whether it be, studying for that test, whether it be the interview, whether it be talking to that fine young lady or that fine young man, or whatever the case may be, or, striving to be that engineer, that lawyer, doctor, teacher, counselor, or whatever you plan to be. You can't quit. What? Can't spell it, ain't in the vocabulary, okay? I can, I will, I'll find a way to be successful. And that's something I swear by, and it's got me. I thought I was gonna be a Division I head college coach, didn't work out. And I told you already, I thought I was gonna be a pro basketball football, it didn't work out. But that's okay, I had a backup plan. So quitting, no.
Uh,
Did I answer that, Mr. Williams?
yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining our Zoom today.
Oh man, a pleasure. They gotta call me back.
We gonna call you back on the speed dial, okay?
Hey,
And
Chrissy,
so let's give Aiden a round of applause. Come on.
Chrissy,
So,
Chrissy. Raheem's got to go because he's got to get on his bus. So let him say something before he leaves.
oh yeah, radio. We have one student that has one question for you, and then can you just say what is your message and your purpose and what you want to say at the end, okay? Oh, go ahead.
All right, so my name is Jadiel Marinas. I go to Tech Boston Academy, and I'm going 7th grade. And basically, I got a question for you. So, how do you feel like nowadays? How do you feel about Malik being selfish and you guys losing the championship or the game?
That's a great question. The one thing I can say, that as frustrated and as angry as I was with the selfishness and different things, the one thing you learn is that, I mean, there's a Malik at every level. There's a guy that has to sacrifice so much and think that the only way to get things done is the selfish way. So every step of the way, from dealing with that experience and me being a point guard and usually one of the captains and leader of the team, I'm able to, let guys understand and use the situation with Malik to help guys be able to realize that that's not going to help us win a championship. I've been fortunate to win championships at the pro level and throughout different things because of, the fact that I had to lose in high school. Of course, I wish I could have won that state championship in high school as we should have, but it also helped me, stay humble, stay hungry, stay focused, as Coach
Yes,
Wilson would say. And, just being able to know how to navigate through those type of situations because it doesn't get easier. I dealt with a whole bunch of Maliks every year in my pro career, and I had to get them to understand, the team concept to be able to win.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it for you to answer my question. And that's it.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's give Yadel another round of applause. Radio, I know you gotta go, but I had a student that really had a question for you, and Coach Wilson answered it earlier. But I would love if you can answer his question that he had for you. So, come on, Nehemiah. So he's gonna come back up. His name is Nehemiah. Okay.
Okay.
And then do the whole. Introduce yourself again so he knows who you are.
Yeah, my name is Nehemiah Don. I'm 13.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
My name is Nehemiah Don. I'm 13 and I go to New Mission High.
Okay.
I'm in 8th grade though. They made it the 7th to 12th.
Nehemiah, speaking to the mic. Nehemiah, lean forward, speaking to the mic so radio can hear you.
How did you get your nickname? How did you get the nickname?
So both of my high school coaches, Coach Wilson and Coach Ramsey, they both are, super old school. So they both Spike Lee, one of the great directors. He had a movie called Do the Right Thing with Radio Raheem. Since my name was Raheem, it started off as them, just calling me that when I come in, Radio Raheem. Every time I would walk in the gym, and it really took off when, in the summertime when, I would be playing at Washington Park, and I would literally go from, there was like a different age group at every court. So I would play at every court at Washington Park, and the guy on the mic, announcing the game would be like, oh, radio's out here. And, I broke one of the scoring records in one of the tournaments out there. I scored like 53 points. And they kept saying, radio, what station you on? Like, so we can tune in as I was, putting on a show. And so, it just kind of stuck from there. After that, nobody even remembered that I was Raheem. It was like, that's radio. And I was just like, man, like I have a name, but you know, having a nickname was such a, you know, such a good thing. Cause even now, like I'll show up at tournaments and people be like, yeah, that's radio right there. Like, and it's still kind of weird to me, like hearing people, you know, refer to me as my nickname. But, you know, it was definitely earned, not given.
All right, thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's give Nehemiah a round of applause. It's hard. It's hard. So, Radio, I know you gotta go. And listen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I know you're busy, but this really does means a lot to the students. So we appreciate you. And I can't wait to make sure we connect again, all right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, right. And also, sorry. I forgot. Okay. All right, go ahead, everyone.
Good luck on 3.
No.
Good. Hold on. We try that again. Good luck on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Oh, we're also gonna say teamwork on 3. 1, 2, 3. Teamwork. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I definitely appreciate you guys having me, you know, and being able to, you know, come on here and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
It's very important for me just because, you know, I was in you guys' shoes at one point. You know, for me, the biggest thing has always been, you know, is to be a kid from Roxbury, a kid who walked the same streets that y'all walked, to be able to say that, you know, I've done something better for myself and, you know, been able to, you know, give you guys the blueprint and help you understand how to navigate through it so that you don't have to fight the same fight that I fought and don't have to go through the same struggles that I did. I went through it not just for me, but for you guys as well. So, you know, I'm always around, especially in the summers and stuff like that. And, you know, Claude and Chrissy and y'all know how to get a hold of me, you know, so definitely anytime I can be around and can help, you know, I love to do it. So I appreciate you having me and I got to get ready to go, but appreciate you guys.
Now we appreciate you. So on 3, we're gonna say one more thing. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna work on that, but they send it to you, okay?
All right.
Good luck,
luck,
bro.
man.
Reach out when you get a chance.
Much
Okay.
love.
Good luck
All right.
today, man. And I got to shout out Officer Borden on the call, Boston's finest. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Great minds think alike, Coach Pritchard. I was just about to go say we have an amazing partnership with the Boston Police Department, and I want to make sure we shout out Mr. Mark Borley, Officer Mark Borley, that's on the call. How you doing today, Mark?
I'm doing great. Even though it's raining, my forecast is bright and sunny. You know, anytime I can come down and join you guys, it's nothing but a blessing. And I love being with you all. So I appreciate you. Thanks for having me. You know, I heard the coach was going to be on the call too. So I had to come on and listen to Coach. You know, he's like an icon in the coaching and the basketball community and in the Boston community itself. So without saying, all praise due to the coach.
Now we appreciate you. And listen, the Fabulous Fridays continue. All right. So be ready. And I also want to make sure I have a parent that has a question because we're on a 5-minute warning. We're about to wrap up. But Miss Medina, did you wanna say your question?
Sure. First off, hey coach, love you, miss you.
Hey, MP family, hugs and kisses.
Love you. I guess my thing is, how can we as parents, caregivers, coaches of these scholars, how can we be of support to them to make sure that they stay on track and reach the goals that they're setting for themselves?
Great question. Let me just first say, being a son of a poor mom, for even though only having them for a short time, the sacrifices she made, you know, one check, husband not giving child support and alimony, let me just say to you, you mothers, first and foremost, you single mothers, and even the two-parent households that these young folks are very fortunate to have. One thing, I played 4 sports, Miss Medina, and I remember my dad only saw me play one time. My mom working 2 jobs, never saw me play. Giving your son a daughter, it ain't about material things all the time. Young people think it's all about, they got to get them $200 sneakers. What? They got to get that, you know, those expensive earrings or outfits and all that. And one thing I'd say to these parents, your love and your support and your nurturing, being there for them, even though some of that homework I couldn't even figure it out for my son, right? Whatever I could help him with, one, to make sure that he did it, make sure it was neat, being at them parent open houses to make sure they're doing right by your child, letting the parents in the school know that there is a mother or father that is supporting their child, making them understand, you know, that it's about the grind and the sacrifice. And even though you may not have that beautiful home and beautiful car and all that stuff that a lot of the very fortunate other persuasions in suburbia has, God has blessed us all with a gift. And so parents, be there for your children. Like I said, whether it's parent open house, whether attending a game of theirs, exposing them to a lot of different things. Everybody is not going to be a star like radio, okay? But be a star in whatever you choose to be. Be the best version of yourself. Whether you're going to be an artist, a dancer, a musician, a cook, a bus driver, a teacher, or whatever. So parents, support your children. Be there for them. Do not go in debt and go bankrupt trying to give them things that they don't need, but they want, okay? The most important thing they need is education, learn a skill, and your love and your support. So support is what I'm saying. Be there for them unconditionally. Be a good role model for them. They watch you, they listen to you, even though they think, you know, and I know you got to get your groove on, but be mindful of those little ones. They emulate you, and they're gonna what? Do the things and say the things that you do and say. So I hope that I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for the question.
Thank you, Miss Medina. That means a lot. Thank you. And I also want to make sure we also have Tamara Tavares. She is the president, and I should say the executive director, got it, of KPA, which is Kriala Professional Association. So Tamara, is there anything you wanted to say, my queen?
Just hi to everybody. It's a pleasure being here. You're definitely the sun ray of this rainy day for me today. So thank you. Coach, thank you for all of the great lessons you've shared. And scholars, I hope you're having fun and learning a lot.
Yes, let's
Thank
give him
you.
a round of applause. Come on. Come on. And I also see Kay Atim. Kay Atim, is that Mr. Kendall or Joanne? Give you a shout out too, all right? If you wanted to say anything as well. But I want to say thank you, Coach Wilson, for taking time again out of your day and just really speaking to the kids and being like, this was like the realest conversation I think I've had this whole Zoom experience. So I appreciate you for that, Coach Wilson. And you will be seeing us more around. You're going to see our 3-point students around, all right? And I'm going to pass it to Coach Pritchard to do our wrap-ups. Okay, Coach?
Hey, Chrissy, thank you, and Mitchell and Claude. And again, when things open up, I'd love to see everybody in person. So keep me in mind. God willing, I ain't going nowhere, because it would be great for radio already extended his invitation. I'd love to be a part of these kind of positive programs that are doing positive things for our young folks, because scholars, there's a star in the midst. You guys are going to be successful. And you guys got to come back and give back. And thank those adults that are there for you, the Mitchells and the Claws and the Chrissies and all the other folks. And I don't want to, miss out or offend anybody. But you guys, I wish I had people like you all around when I was growing up.
Well, Dennis, I want to thank you for making the time for our young and gifted today, and Raheem, because it's stuff that we've done. And like I said, I've learned a ton of that from you, and God rest your brother soul, Harry, over the years. I was fortunate enough to play at a high level, playing some semi-pro leagues with you as a youngster. Learned a lot from you, and just learned a lot from you as a person. I got to thank our great team, Dr. J, Mitchell, Chrissy, Erica Rivers, all of the students from UMass and BU that are here, because without them, and Emmanuel, without them, we can't do it. And, got to thank the scholars because they were very attentive today and they were actually paying attention. And to all of the callers, so all I can do is say I appreciate you, Dennis.
Hey,
as
can
always.
I just say one last thing? I know I took up at least 3 hours of your time. Young folks, this suave, debonair gentleman that had them very complimentary things to say to me. I've known him since he was kind of like a baby. And I'm so proud of him. Not only does he have a heck of a jump shot and a serious handle, I don't know if he showed you guys, but he's devoted his life to working with young people like you guys. And I told you earlier, people that make you give you tough love and make you do things that you at the time don't understand why they're making you do it. Okay, they just want the best for you. And Claude, I'm just saying, man, I ain't trying to, right? I'm proud of you, bro, and all that you've been doing. You've involved in so many different projects, and all of them always are about helping kids and young people. So, bro, from New Jersey to Delaware to Boston and all around the world, keep doing the good thing. Because I'm on the downslide, brother. So we need young dudes like you carrying the torch, bro. So I'm proud of you, man. Much love. Keep doing the good things you're doing. These kids are lucky to have people like you and Chrissy and Mitchell and you guys, okay? And the doctor. Don't forget the doctor.
Yes, Dr. J. I appreciate you, Dennis. I do. And like I said, we can't do it. It takes a village, bro.
Yes,
and
sir.
Like I said, with our staff here at 3Point, these young student teachers that are from Emmanuel, BU, UMass, and our great staff, we can't get it done, and the parents. So I appreciate you, and have a great weekend, and we'll connect.
Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate you.
See you, scholars. Love y'all. Hope to
We
see
love
you in
you
present
too, and we're
sometime.
gonna leave with like this. When I say stay humble, you say stay humble. When I say stay hungry, you say stay hungry. When I say stay focused, you say stay focused. All right? Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
On the top one more time. Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Bah, that's how we
Coach.
leave on the Zoom call.
Coach, she'd have been a heck of a coach for you.
But hey, I'm getting the digits, the numbers, emails. Okay.
Got to talk to Neil. Got to talk to Neil. He always be happy. I love 3Point.
I appreciate you,
love
Coach.
you.
I love the spirit. Hey guys, thanks again. Now
Tell the missus I said hello, Dennis, and your son.
I sure will. Penny and Sydney, tell them how Coach sends love from all the way from MP.
You bet. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Claude.
All right.
Take care now.
Bye.
See you, scholars.
Lawrence. Love you, Miss Medina.
Love you, Chrissy.
Love you, Mr. Kendall. Oh, Miss, I think, yeah.
I appreciate this. This was great. Thank you.
And the kind words the officer said about me, I can't forget about him. He'll lock me up.
I'm dead.
Hey, you all be good. God bless everybody.
God bless you too, Coach. We love you. Much